Hey, it's Clay, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol SPY. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So all this here may look like several days worth of time. It's actually today's price action broken down into 30-minute time slices. I like to this time frame that does a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price and then makes mapping out where levels of support and resistance a bit easier to see. Did this analysis on Thursday, so that is where these orange lines are coming from. And I did that based on the daily time frame. So real quick on the daily, my whole thing was, you had this rising wedge, taking shape. And I talked about how, in my opinion, and I still stand by this, I think that some sort of pullback is going to need to happen just because of the rising wedge. But I mean, there is no such thing as a guarantee in the market, and I very well could be wrong because, yes, as of right now, the price is trying to break out through the upper portion of that pattern. But the big question, going into next week is, can the price actually sustain that breakout? And that's why I like the 30-minute, because it does a little bit better job of kind of helping us gauge that. So again, as of right now, yeah, technically speaking, the price is up above that trend line, but can it hold up above it? So that is where the first level of support comes into play. And that is, this level down here at, we'll call it 301.50. Now, preferably speaking, the price stays above that orange line. But even if the price doesn't hold above it, if the price can stay up above 301.50, then overall, that's still, you have a strong case that this is indeed the start of a bigger breakout. But if the price starts to break down through 301.50, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that's, means the entire chart is destroyed or anything, but that would start to imply that, yeah, things are looking a little bit shaky as far as the breakout is concerned. Again, I am talking about the breakout that's very clearly happened here. Now it's a question of, is this breakout, does it have any sort of true power behind it? Can it get some continuation? And, stand up above the orange line, best case, but if that doesn't hold up, then yeah, 301.50 would still make it a very, very strong case. That the breakout has still got a possibility to play out. And then for more of an overarching point of view, keep an eye on the purple line right there. That is the 50-period simple moving average. So as the name implies, that line is going to move itself higher and higher. So all week next week, as long as the price stays above that purple line, then you got to still give all the favor to the bulls. And what I talked about on Thursday about a pullback, yeah, I mean, that would be looking like I'm wrong. And if I'm wrong, my retirement accounts will be very pleased with that. Just to reiterate, when I'm saying and talking about pullback, I mean, you can always go back and watch the video from July 25th. But I'm not saying there's a big difference between pullback and reversal and crash. So I'm not saying the markets are reversing or crashing. But with the rising wedge, I still think that there's going to be some sort of, deeper pullback, potentially 298-ish area, if not a little bit lower. But like I said, I can also have put the ego aside. Potentially I'm wrong because right now, that would imply that the price has to break down below the orange line, has to break down below 301.50, and then it would have to get down below the purple line there. So we'll see what happens with it. But yeah, a breakout is underway. Now the big question going into next week is this the start of a bigger breakout? Let's see what happens. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.